Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stephanie Costa, if you didn't know that already. So today's video, I just wanted to do a little rundown and just give my opinion on the new Jaclyn Morphe Volume 2, the big palette. So I just got the Jaclyn Hill palette in the mail a few days ago, and as you can see, I do have some shades on. So this is what the unit carton looks like. A little bit different from last time, if I can remember. But same thing. I think she has her face on here, and then she has a little insert on the back. And this is what the actual packaging of the eyeshadow looks like. And this is a lot more smoother. I can't tell, like, not plastic feeling, but just like that slippy texture than the other palette. And I do have the first palette with me, so I can just show you the differences. This is the new one, and this is the old one. See, it's about the same size, but just the design itself is kind of a lot different. They did stick with the white theme, and then the back is just this. Now, one thing I can tell about the old palette is that, like, the cardboard material definitely made it really prone to stay dirty. You see how there's a lot of like handprints and eyeshadow on this palette. So with the volume 2 palette, there's 35 shades, and I would say like the color story is definitely more pink, purples, but then there's also like the neutral shades on the top left. And then the volume 1 eyeshadow palette, it's kind of everywhere. Like there's blues, there's more neutrals, I would say, in the volume 1 than in this. If you're someone that likes to go a bit extra with their makeup and go out of their comfort zone, then volume 2 would probably be the best fit for you. But they do both have 35 shades. I believe the volume 1 does have a lot more shimmers than the second palette. The second palette just has, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe like 9 or 10 shimmers, while the volume 1 has like 15, 16 shimmers. But as far as which one I would probably run to first, I think I would go with the volume 2. Now, if I was just going to like school or something, maybe I would go with the volume 1. But if I'm out and about, then I would rather probably use the volume 2. It's more my style. So what I did on my eyes is first I set the base with the shade Certified. I went in with Perfectionist, and I put that on the top crease of my eye. Then underneath Perfectionist, I went in with Therapy Sesh, which is like a dark lilac purple shade, and I put that more into the crease of my eye. Then all over the lid, I went in with Tipsy Girl. Then more on the outer corners of my eye, I went in with the shade Stay True, which is kind of like this auburn, probably a little bit like pink purple mix, just so that way it could blend in well with the Tipsy Girl shade, because it's a bright pink. And then for the shimmer on my eye, I went in with the shade Drama Queen. I think one thing I noticed with the differences in shimmers, like I think Jaclyn said they're like a different formula. Like the glitters in the volume 2 palette, they are like pressed pigments. I'm not sure exactly what the difference is in the volume 1, but I can definitely tell that the shimmers in volume 2 are a bit more creamier than volume 1. Like volume 1, I think the shimmers were a little bit more chunky and just prone for a lot more fallout than the volume 2. So after eyeliner and mascara, this is the finished look. So volume 2 palette, they were definitely really easy to blend together. I had no problem with like patchiness or just like clinging to certain areas. And I also didn't notice much fallout onto my cheeks. But that also may be considering that I did go in with the light hand and I kind of tapped off a little bit of the excess that was on the brush. Now I do want to do a couple swatches, mainly of like the shimmer shades. So I'd also like to point out that I did use the shade I'm in It in my inner corners, which I was expecting it to be just like a white shimmer shade, but it has like a lilac lavender shift. Let's see. I don't know if you can tell so much on the camera, but definitely like my inner corners are more purple than I was expecting it to be. Now there's Ride or Diamond. This is Talia, or Talia, I'm not sure which way to pronounce that. And there's GRWM, which is Get Ready With Me. These are all like super, not like creamy, it's just like, I don't know what it is, pressed glitter. It doesn't feel chunky whatsoever. They feel very smooth. So this is the shade, what is this? Oh, Bougie. Just almost like a rose gold shimmer. Then there's the shade Drama Queen, which is what I used on my inner corners of my eye. Or not my inner corners, my center of my lid. Then there's a shade called Flawed and Odd, which I think is a different formula than the other shades. Oh my god, but it's like a pumpkin orange. And I actually think, I don't think I have a like a shade, that shade. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think that is definitely unique to what I have. Then there's Living My Best, which is like a matte shadow, but it has sparkles in it. Can't really tell so much. Then there's A Moment. And there's A Good Place, which reminds me of the TV show. I'm not sure if that was like on purpose or not. And there's Palo, which is another one of those very shimmery shades. So that's not all of the shimmer shades, but those are just ones that I want to swatch. Don't want to go swatching 35 shades. So yeah, that's pretty much it for like my review. They're eyeshadows, there's not much you can say. Minimal fallout, blend like a dream, awesome colors. I love the pigment, I love the glitters, pressed glitters. Definitely prefer it over the volume 1 palette. Do they even still sell the volume 1 palette? No, right? Or do they? Honestly, I have no idea. But if they do sell both and you want to choose only one, I would go with the volume 2 palette if you are into the more bold looks. But if you are into more natural toned eyeshadow, then go with the volume 1. So that's it for this video. I know it wasn't much. I didn't want to swatch, 35 shades because that's just like way too much, and I'm sure YouTube will be saturated with those type of videos. And I did want to get one look out there using this palette. So if you want me to do like a tutorial on an eye look using the Jaclyn Hill palette, then please drop it in the comments or let me know on Instagram, whatever you want to do. If you know me, let me know in person. And yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.